Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about something that kind of creeps me out. So after I took a nap today, I woke up with a kind of chilling thought. What if our lives are stories written by authors, and we're their characters? Hear me out, hear me out. This is creepy to think of, but it's also, I've proven parts of this true. So, hang on. So, I opened this up to my group chat, and it was kind of weird because I also thought of something else. What if when we forget something, it's the author erasing or deleting part of the story? Which also creeped me out. And someone in here said, what if the author what if the author writing the story is just a dream of a sickly child in a bed who wants to become an author, and so forms an infinite loop? And I said, exactly, and when we die, it's the end of the story, or we died in the story. Then someone mentioned 42, which, when you look it up, is the meaning of life, or if you think about it that way, it could also mean the difference between life and death. And, it's pretty creepy, because it could be in a dream or a story, because it's the universal number for the meaning of life, or in my case, if you want to think of it that way, the difference between life and death. So it should do that. And then one of the people in here also said that they mathematically proved that that nothing actually exists. But they were found that a statement they used wasn't considered to be valid. And the worst part is, I understand this all completely. It makes perfect sense to me that this could be something that I have stumbled upon that I should not have stumbled upon. Because I also got into other stuff, as in everything that is depicted in this world isn't real, it's just a holographic image. Which is also weird, because then I got to thinking, page 66 in every book that I own has something creepy on it. And I actually have some random stuff, because it's pretty creepy. Because on page 66 of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, Anakin and Padme were worried about the sandstorm they were in. On page 66, in The Island of the Blue Dolphins, the girl finds the wild dog's lair, which is bad because the wild dogs, spoiler alert, have killed her brother. On page 66 in The Dark Diaries, Tales from a Not-So-Graceful Ice Princess, she remembers that her book report is due soon, and she hasn't even started. On page 66 in Peter and the Starcatchers, one of the characters is drowning because his ship took on a lot of water. This is all really creepy, and a few people in the group were asking if it was just they were saying that it was probably just a coincidence. But that's pretty creepy if it is a coincidence. But I also proved more than I have written down in this chat. On page 66 of the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, 8th grade Bites, a woman sees a man dressed in black standing by a streetlight, just staring at her. On page 66 of Flesh and Bone, a girl talks about angels setting trees on fire. All those sound like bad things, don't they? It doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Once, it happens. Twice is a coincidence. 3 times the pattern, and 4 times is enough for a warrant. Teen Wolf reference. Sorry. But it's kind of weird that if this is all just a coincidence and writers seem to think that their story is kind of getting bland and they need to do something to hype it up, why is it always on page 66? Because 66 is one number away from 666. And I haven't checked the Bible yet, but I'm going to. And if it also has something bad on page 66, I might cry. It's just kind of crazy because it just sometimes doesn't make much sense. But the more you think of it, the more it does. And this would also, if people were a book, if people were characters in a book, sorry, it would make sense why certain people can do certain things, like mediums, or people who have some form of a psychic ability. Mediums, fortune tellers, people who can see ghosts. I mean, that's kind of like a medium, but not necessarily. Things like that. People like that who have a specific gift or a sixth sense for specific things. That would explain it, because in a book, anything can be true. Anything can happen. Fantasy or not, or from what we know as reality or not. Which also poses the question, how? How would this all work? How is this just one big coincidence? And my answer is, it can't be. There is no possible way. I have found 13 books in my house that all have, on page 66, something bad happening. Which, 66, 13. Both bad numbers, but that's a coincidence. Because we probably have more books in here. I actually know we have more books in here. But of the 13 that I could find right off the fly, I just went with that. And it's kind of insane, because it's a bit more terrifying than anyone can think of. What if I stumbled upon something I shouldn't have, though? Like, I'm hoping no higher power is going to come and murder me because I have stumbled upon the 66 rule. And someone said that they're more of a science person. And I said, okay, but in chemistry, the periodic table shows elements that exhibit the same/similar traits. This book thing is the exact same in every book, which is kind of freaky, and it made me freak out. And that person who said they were a science person goes, well, you're not wrong. So, I just don't want to get murdered. And I'm probably rambling, but I'm also very afraid. Because why? How could I have figured this out? And there are more things that one of my other friends showed to me that were like the universe being a giant hologram, or, in more scientific language, a projection of a two-dimensional shell. Which, it's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible that that could be true. Or the universe is just one of many parallel universes, which there's some pretty compelling arguments. This could be very true, which is also scary. The Matrix being real. I don't know about that one. Well, there's the Matrix being real, and we're living in it. I don't know about that one, though, but it's possible, I guess. Anything is possible due to laws of science. Why are people calling me again? Stop calling me. Sorry, this is just freaking me out, because the moment I talk about this kind of stuff, someone calls me, and I don't know who they are. Every time it's a different number, but it's just kind of creepy. Everything in the universe is being pushed apart by an invisible force called dark energy. It's so powerful that it's making the expansion of the universe accelerate. But this is very likely. In the 2011 Nobel Prize in Physics was won by two teams who discovered the accelerated expansion of the universe. Dark energy is not necessarily what's causing this, but many physicists do think that it is the culprit. Here's another theory. The universe is a giant hologram, or in more oh wait, no, I already saw that. I already read that. Sorry. Our universe is just one of many. Well, no, I already read that too. I know. There was another one. Oh, distant stars only look like they're rushing away from us, but rather than stars speeding up, it's happening because time's slowing down, and we're looking at them in the past when time passed quicker. It's not very likely, but it isn't completely out of the question for scientists. See, dark energy and dark matter, stuff like that, they're all very, very creepy because no one really knows why they're there, or what caused them, or what they can do. They're very unpredictable. Here's another theory, though, that's probably just as chilling as the other ones. Black holes are wormholes that connect our universe to other universes. Wormholes are hypothetical warps in the fabric of space-time that form a sort of tunnel. It's possible. Wormholes are still very theoretical, but it's possible to say either way at this moment. Oh, it's impossible to say whether or not it's true. But math behind it does solve the problem of losing information that falls into a black hole, as a wormhole would ensure it's never really lost. That is just as chilling as everything I've ever seen. So, I am very scared for my life because I've found these things. I don't really know what to do because every single book, whether it's a children's book or a book for adults, including a book that Ozzy Osbourne wrote. He's self-named, or his fans named him the Prince of Darkness or something like that. It's either the Prince or the King. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't remember. But it's terrifying because even he has it. So, what do I do about all this stuff? Because if someone could hypothetically explain it through math, even though they were told one of their statements was wrong, what if it wasn't wrong? What if it was right, but we just don't know it yet? And what if 42 isn't the meaning of life, but it's telling you that your life's going to end? And 66, a bad page, that's just telling you a way that something happened. Stories are all based on some form of a reality, whether it's a dream or a thought or something that actually someone saw. That's where we get fairy tales. And that's where we get any story. And a lot of people think that it's impossible and that these things are just someone made it up on the fly in their head. I'm like, no, every story has some grain of truth in it, just like every lie has some truth. Which is a bit terrifying, because if I stumbled upon something, and if someone tells me, no, it's not real because of this, then that means that it probably is real. I really hope I didn't stumble upon something that'll get me murdered. Scientists and book readers and higher powers, don't murder me. I'm just saying what I found. Leave your opinion in the comments below if you think I'm either insane or I have a point. Or whatever you want to say. Or if you find anything else that's creepy or chilling about this kind of thing, put that in the comments too. I really don't want to scare anyone, but I found this and it was creeping me out, so I had to share it so that I wouldn't be the only one afraid, and that maybe someone could tell me something about what I'm seeing in every book. It's a little scary. This house in general is kind of scary. I see things, I hear things, I smell things in this house that aren't normal. So to find something like this in here, it's just kind of creepy. Sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight. Great. It probably doesn't help that I was watching American Horror Story all morning. I will say though, Tate is my favorite character. Just gonna put that out there. So if you watch that show, put that in the comments too. Put who your favorite character is. I just don't know what to think anymore. Like, my entire life of being a book reader is like staring at me and saying, oh, look what you just found out. Let's see what else you can find out. Which is pretty terrifying. But I'm gonna try reading books, like, read things on that page upside down or in reverse and see if it says anything creepy. I'm gonna try everything until I know what's actually going on. Sorry. I do that sometimes. I just randomly shake. I don't mean to do that. And I'm not trying to creep anyone out with that, but something in my body just does it about 4 to 5 times a day. Sometimes 6. But, it's kind of creepy. I'm hoping nobody's gonna, like, see a ball of light flying in the air in these videos, especially this one, because that'll just terrify me even more. I really don't know what to do. But, I know I've had some paranormal experiences here. So is my mom. She was home alone because I was at school one day, and I have this paperweight that goes on a light, but the light broke, so I just have a paperweight on one side of the room. And paperweights are kind of heavy, but she heard a thud. And when she walked to my room to find out what it was, my paperweight was in the middle of my room. And it was, like, in the middle of the dresser that I had it on. So there was no way it just fell. It was moved. It had to have been pushed or thrown. One day we woke up and a shadow box we have that holds some stuff, like you put stuff in it and it'll just hold it there on the wall. It was sideways. It's normally like this. It was like that. How did that even happen? Because it was nailed in there. The fish tank underneath it was open, so my cat couldn't have done it, otherwise it would have gotten soaked in fish tank water. I don't know what's going on, but I also looked at a map of ley lines, which are paths of very strong supernatural and paranormal energy, and I live on one. Yeah, totally creepy. So I live on a bunch of paranormal and supernatural energy. Oh god. But the thing is, my parents don't see things. I do. But I've always been able to, even when we didn't live right here. We lived 2 miles away. And I would still see things. I would hear things. I would speak to things. And I still do. I can feel them, like they can touch me. So, I don't know what to do. I'm hoping that I don't accidentally draw anything evil. But I'm going to stay as safe as possible. And I beg you all to do the same. If you guys get any paranormal experiences ever, let me know somehow. Put it in the comments, get me on Twitter. I don't remember what my Twitter handle is. Oh my god, I can't talk. But I want to know if I'm the only one who's noticed all of this. And yeah. So, see you guys next Monday for next week's video. I'm hoping it won't be as creepy as this. Maybe it'll be a song cover. But, if you see a video, I wasn't murdered by anything. If you don't, expect the worst. But, yeah. So, I guess that's gonna be it for today's video. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and when you do subscribe, hit that bell notification, or that bell icon, so you can get notifications of any time I put up a video. And, yeah. I'll see you guys next week for hopefully something with lighter content. I really hope it's not bad, and I hope nothing paranormal happens between now and then, because I will probably freak out. So, bye guys, have fun, and be safe. But if anything happens, somehow let me know. See you guys next week. Bye.